Hello friends, I hope you can hear me. Well, welcome to another rare driving vlog. Oh boy, I hope you can hear me. It's very windy. There's a lot of air outside. Air! You know air, you've heard of air, but I'm driving the 280Z right now. Hold on, I'm merging here. Merging! Oh, okay. You weren't supposed to yield to me, but that's fine. Hi. I figured it's a good time as any to do a quick update. Oh, rainbow. On this here car that I'm currently driving. So let's see. It's driving well. Knock on wood. No problems to speak of. Just taking it out on a little cruise when I can. The biggest problem is the weather. And I'm honestly a little bit concerned that I'm going to get trapped in the rain here today. But there's enough of a break in the clouds that I had to take the chance. But yeah, I got new wheels and tires for it, as you might have seen and heard. I guess I could say it drives smoother, just because it's a bigger wheel and a bigger tire. Of course, with a bigger tire, it does kind of amplify the bumps a little bit with no power steering. Probably needs a little bit of an alignment. We'll see when I get around to doing that. But otherwise, mechanically, can't complain. I don't know if you can see, I got a little nice velour dashboard mat, because there are cracks in the dashboard, as you might have noticed from the previous video. So that's a cheap, quick fix for it. One of the things I do mechanically need to address is there's definitely holes in the exhaust before the muffler, and perhaps even before that. This is not a California spec car, so it doesn't have a CAT. It doesn't have a catalytic converter. It just has a resonator. So that probably makes upgrading the exhaust a little bit easier. But I need to kind of decide if, at the same time, do I want to swap out the stock exhaust headers and get some long tube headers, and then get an whole exhaust system to match, or what? So those are some decisions I need to make. Not necessarily immediately, but as far as mechanically goes, that's a system that will require attention eventually. I did buy a radio, just a cheap $20 Chinese eBay Bluetooth radio. So I need to install that. I might need new speakers. The 78 or the 77 and the 78 280Z only came with 2 speakers, and they're right behind the seats, just 2 4-inch speakers. Earlier models had 4 behind the seats and then behind, kind of at the end of the hatch. And there are speaker boxes and little modifications you can make to put speakers in the doors. I don't think I care about that. I just want to be able to really maybe listen to music, and definitely plug into my GPS on my phone, more so than anything. So I don't know that these speakers still work or not. It'll take having to install the new radio to see. But hopefully with the sales, maybe I can pick up a decent pair of speakers just to get by. And of course, because of that, I'm hesitating to reinstall a lot of this plastic trim, which I have. They included with the car all this plastic trim and the dome light and stuff like that, because that covers up the speakers. So one thing after another, really. Definitely need new carpet. Need to plug up that little tiny pinhole in the passenger floor. The girlfriend says she can help me with the carpet. With that, it would be nice to get kind of the heat blocking padding and kind of sound deadening padding to put underneath the carpet, just because the exhaust goes kind of down the tunnel here, and before I replaced the rubber shifter boot, there was a lot of heat coming out of here, so it'd be nice to at least wrap that, if not the entire floor, with some heat wrap, or I don't know what the hell it's called, but I always see it when people are renovating cars and stuff like that. They cover it with this sort of foil looking stuff, the floors and stuff, before you put a carpet in. So we'll see. Of course, I need carpeting in the back as well, for the kind of hatch floor, I guess you could call it. So yeah, I mean, there's really, other than that, little fiddly bits and bobs to mess around with. Deal with the nest of wires surrounding the radio. The heat works. This does have air conditioning, but the belt has been uninstalled, and I don't honestly care to try to fix the air conditioning or get it working. I don't know if that also means I want to just straight up uninstall all the parts like I did in the Corolla. I uninstalled all the engine parts and stuff. Weight savings. So yeah, I don't know. That's not a huge priority of mine. I did get a whole new set of spark plugs and spark plug cables. Not that I think it really needs it, but that's always a good thing to do to keep it, since I don't know when the last time these were replaced, that's always a good thing to change. I eventually would like to put an aluminum radiator in, because the one here is stock, and it's just old and cruddy, and I don't know. Just, again, one of the things worth replacing. What is happening here in front of me? Oh, beans. Stuck behind somebody hauling a bunch of recyclable metals. Woo! So yeah, getting a new exhaust, so that sounds even better, would be fantastic. Come on, fourth. There you are. What else? The body. Y'all noticed the rust on the body panels. It might be easier to just find replacement fenders. They even have reproductions made of fiberglass. That might be easier. Certainly still be expensive to just replace the fenders as opposed to trying to find a way to patch them up. Same goes for the front valance that's all bent up. I think I'm just going to get an aftermarket front, just a whole replacement. Nothing too crazy like I mentioned, but I have a few ideas, and those are just made out of fiberglass. Same thing with the bumpers. I don't like the bumpers. obviously. Cone has sent me like a forum post that explains how you can collapse the little collapsible plungers for the 5-mile-an-hour bumpers so that they're actually up against the body. That's better, but I still don't like the bumpers. They're still large and in charge and annoying. So they do make, in lieu of actually finding a set of true chrome metal 240 or early 260 bumpers, they make fiberglass slim bumpers and brackets that bolt directly on the 280Z. Again, not cheap. That's another like $800 to $1,000 to do all that, but I'd be very interested in doing that eventually. Probably should do all that in the bodywork at the same time so that I might be able to just paint it. I don't know. In the meantime, I might just sand down all the rusts and hit it with some Rust-Oleum. Who knows? I really haven't made any grand decisions yet. The wheels and tires are the grandest decision I've made thus far. And yeah, that's really it. Of course, from there, do you want to do anything with the suspension? The suspension feels fine. It also looks original, like the shocks and springs and everything. So, I don't know what. I'm not in any rush to change that, but at the same time, who knows? Oh, thank you. I forgot your name, but whoever mentioned that there's a little screw in these sun visors, that fixed it. The sun visor, the passenger sun visor, kept flopping down, and there's just a little screw, and I turned it like halfway. And to think the previous owner removed the whole thing altogether because they thought it was annoying. But all they had to do was tighten this one screw, and it stays up. The old screw. So that was cool. Thank you to who left that comment. It's just one of those things that makes sense, but unless you know about it, this little screw would be like, this can't be the screw that tightens and keeps things from falling down. So that's nice. That's very good. So yeah, that's where the 280 stands, I think. I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of stuff, but that's where it stands indeed. I think it'll turn out to be pretty nice over the course of years. This is not stuff I'm needing to do in the next month or so. As per the Corolla, it would be nice to be able to sell the Corolla. I saw recently that the Regular Cars guy, Mr. Regular, is selling his Falcon, his Vagabond Falcon, on Bring a Trailer. It would be cool to put the Corolla on Bring a Trailer because it could fetch decent money, or it would be a complete disaster and I would lose my ass, considering whether or not I've already lost my ass on that project. But I don't know. That also requires a level of detail and I suppose more fine photography and descriptive text than just throwing it up on Craigslist would be, like I did with the SVX. So I don't know. I'll have to think about that, and I'll also have to figure out my timetables on that. Winter is here. The girlfriend would like to park her car in the garage over the winter so that she doesn't have to wake up to a freezing cold car in the morning before she gets home or goes to work. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. And even finding a storage place to park over the winter, even for a few months, seems like a waste of money. And I don't know that many. You can't park a car in a storage unit, like a normal storage unit, right? You can't. That's against the rules. They don't want people storing their cars in their storage unit that's used to normally be used to store boxes and like people's old mattresses and stuff, because cars leak and have fuel and stuff like that. So there's got to be like special car storage places that demand a premium, I'm sure, for storing your car indoors out of the elements. So I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily viable. But then again, I'm trying to wonder how viable it is to sell the car in the winter when every day out of the week it's raining and cold and cloudy and gross. Also somewhere I don't want to store the car in that. So yeah, I don't know. It's a real first world problem. It's a real third car problem is what it is. It's a third car problem. That's right. But yeah, I think that's all I got for this video, now that it's 20 minutes long. We've had a nice little drive along the coast here. I really hope the microphone is recording. I think I fixed everything in regards to that. But if you're wondering why there's no garage videos, it's because the GoPro has cursed me once more. Whoops. Rev matching. I'm not too great at it. So yeah, I appreciate you following along. I hope you're all having a happy and healthy year, month, whatever, current day. On Friday of this week, the 27th, I am going to be doing I hesitate to call it special, but one of my first sponsored streams in which I've found a sponsor, or the sponsor found me, outside of the whole Twitch bounty system. And it's not really, they're not basing my performance based on views or anything like that, but if you want to check it out, I'm playing a new game to us. It's a driving game, a racing game, on Friday. So I hope you come check that out on Twitch. If you've got the day off and the day open, I'll probably start that about 1 p.m. Pacific time, and hopefully we can have a few hours of fun with that. And I'm sure possibly the developers will pop up in the chat or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, at that, I think I'm gonna find a place to turn around and go home, because these clouds are looking like rain, and I've not driven this car in the rain, and I'm pretty positive, based on all the wind that we can hear, that it is not watertight. So yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, bye. Speed.